What up, YouTube? Welcome back to another major market breakdown. Last week we got really exactly what we were expecting. I would hope for a little bit more dollar downside last week, but it did this little run up and then push down into this little triangle area that we had marked off from last week. Probably gonna do a TikTok showing the before and after, because this dollar, I swear my dollar analysis be on point. It's just it's always so. Look at that. Just look at that respect right there. But now let's get into the week. Powell spoke. Was it Thursday? Was it Thursday? One of them. On the back half of last week, kind of reiterating the fact that the jobs market isn't too terrible. Inflation is still on the radar, so that they do have room to cut. He didn't really allude to how much exactly, or even if it would be a December cut or maybe an early 2026 cut. But I think I'm pretty confident, and the market is pretty confident in a December rate cut, probably another 25 basis points. So with that in mind, we're looking for more downside on the dollar here. That high that we spoke on last week, both of these were respected. It didn't go anywhere near that one, but this one sent price straight back down. Bears were just not trying to let it out, as you can see. So we're gonna be looking for upside on just about everything except for I'm looking for upside on gold, but I'm cautiously looking for upside on gold. I'll explain when we get there. But let's take a look at USD. Is there something already there? Yeah. We got an entry last week called in the chats. Did I? I'm pretty sure I called it in the chats. But this is what the overall trade I'm currently in for euro. There are some other positions. I think I have another position down here, and another position like up here somewhere. But essentially, this is what's going on now. When the market opens, I'm expecting a pullback to this little level here, a little deeper than where it's currently at. And if you guys are gonna trade safely and trade smart, oops, I don't know why it's set to keep doing that. That's kind of irritating. Go back there. All right. If you guys are gonna get in, please don't over leverage. I would like a pullback into this, like really touch this low, the swing low that was made here. But if not, if we don't get that and it just wants to just buy up, then we'll just wait for it to push higher and give us another pullback to this level that it's currently at, and would be the breakout level. Put that there, just in case, so like cheese, So yeah, so it's either a push higher and then a pullback, or a pullback on market open. Either way, one way or another, higher we go. For the euro. Now, big story. Don't want to look at you. Let's just go to Nasdaq. Let's go to NASDAQ. So I wanna get in a buy on Nasdaq, and I told myself I was gonna take an entry here, but I didn't mark it, and I had it sitting on my screen in my room, but I wasn't paying attention. My baby was doing a lot. So I'm not actually in the buy for Nasdaq or SPX right now. But with that candle there, not fully engulfing all of this, I think we will get an opportunity to get in. But we'll treat it the same way that we're treating the euro. She's either gonna pull back and give us an entry like right here, something like that. I don't even need that much of a pullback, really. I'll get rid of that. I think air is reasonable. All right, so we'll either yank back, grab an entry there, and take off. Stop losses below below structure, really. Manage your account well. I mean, you guys can always put the entries, the pending entries there, and see how much you would lose before you actually take the trade, and what lot size. So guys, if you guys are trading Nasdaq, SPX, US 30, any one of these big dogs, please be managing your risk well. But either that, or it's just gonna take off on open and then give us a little pullback into this area, and then we grab an entry and go. So now there is a chance that the market wants a bigger correction than this, but I don't think so. The bulls have been buying every single dip. Retail been buying every single dip. It's been a heck of a year, and I think the bulls are like, no, it's a bull 2025, and we're gonna keep it like that. This is the biggest correction I think that we've had since the sell-off earlier in the year. Let me go on the daily. Yeah, since all of this, like for this whole run up, this is the biggest pullback we've gotten. So like for a lot of people that like haven't been able to catch an entry on this trend, this is like seems like a really good opportunity. So I think there's probably quite a few investors, traders in that frame of mind. So I'm not trying to go against the grain, but I will manage it well. There's a chance this whole wick gets filled in and then it bounces back. That's also a chance. And there's, like I said, a chance that it wants to come and correct some more and find some solace here. Now, if this wick gets broken and it closes below this wick, I'll be done with this entry here, and I'll be moving on to this one. I don't like to sit in Nasdaq too long. Yeah, and then Bitcoin, everybody's favorite. Did a little bounce down here at 100k. The bulls seem to be protecting 100k. It doesn't seem like they want to let it go, and I'm with it. I'm all the way with that. Especially with it, Bitcoin being paid against US dollars cutting rates, so we could expect some more weakness in the dollar in the coming weeks, months, and then inversely, Trump and his son keep putting out little bits of information about buying crypto, and crypto's good, this, that, and the third. So I think we've already seen a bunch of inflows in the past 6 months, crazy institutional inflows into Bitcoin. So reasonably so, the price is gonna we're gonna get another run up. We may break this low one more time before we run up, but people are with how on top of how the Fed Chair Powell was speaking, alluding to the fact that people in general have a little bit of disposable income. Yes, the jobs market isn't great, inflation isn't great, but people are spending money, and that essentially means people have money to invest. Risk assets are going to be a little more on fire, and Bitcoin is a risk asset. So when people are confident, things like this go up, and that's how a lot of folks like to only look at the charts, but when you take all of that information into account, it looks a lot more clear about what's going on here with all these candlesticks and boxes and whatnot. So knowing that we have a good buyer's market going on with cryptos, I like this bounce. This bounce is a confluence in itself in a way. Letting me know that this level is staying at least protected in the short term. And then if we do break the low, it'll be another opportunity to buy. If it decides to just keep pushing higher, I'm already in some entries down here. Called in the chats, in free chat and VIP chat, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, so we're expecting it to go higher. If you really need to get in there, I'd advise to wait. Don't just hit the buy button just because we're in buys. Everybody just get an entry. You're probably gonna push higher, reject off of this for a split second, pull back. Let me see. Let's look at it. Yeah, I mean, probably get a little bit of rejection off of here. It pulls back a little bit, grab an entry in the middle of this little area here, boom, take off. Or it decides to just run up and then pulls back, grab an entry, take off. One of those. And if it doesn't do that to get you in, then sucks. You should have grabbed it at 100K. I think I said it in a video, like it's probably a while ago. It's like if it goes back to 100K, I'm buying. I'm buying more, because we're almost in it. We're getting to that territory where like 100K will be a thing of the past. Like the way that 20K, 20K was like, you feel me? And then now it's like, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be really hard to get a 20K entry again, And then for a while it was like 30, 40K, and then we got 30K again, and then 50K was breached all the way to 64, and 20K is now that after 64, 20K was like nah, never gonna shade that again. Fairly sure. And then, here we are. We breached 100K a little while back. We've been trading well above 100K. We've got more inflows in above 100K. Reasonably so. We're going higher. So, yeah, I think that my price target for 2026 is 150K. I do think 175 may be on the table, but that'll just depend on how good the world is running with our world leaders. They're starting to agree. Things are chilling out a little bit more, so Bitcoin can breathe. And then like internally, the U.S. they're gonna figure out this shutdown stuff. I think they've already started to start funding the programs and whatnot. So it's not fully open, but they're starting to make the people happy again. So I think the end of the year, I think by Christmas, things are going to be a lot more positive than what we've seen in the past few months. Just from little tidbits of information. There was a few companies that actually dropped some good earnings reports. That actually goes into how I think Nasdaq's going to be buying up. Intel dropped a good earnings report. I want to say, I don't want to say any wrong companies. Intel, Allstate, I believe Pfizer, also had good earnings. So big companies doing well. So it seems like the markets are gonna be on the happier side, on the greener side, this week and next. So you guys make sure you trade safely, trade smart, and if you guys have any specific pairs you guys want me to go to, just drop them in the comments. And if you guys need help executing, I encourage you. Go to the link in the description, the bird's eye tool. Right before you take any trade, just come over here, type it in, type in the pair in the analyze box, hit check, and see what's going on. So you got GBJPY, y'all just got a live read, slight bearish momentum incoming. We're in some GBJPY trades. If I'm not mistaken, I'm in GJ. I'm in GP AUD. but I thought I was in GJ somewhere. I think I was looking for an entry for GJ. So this is probably shaping up to be that. I am in a sell for GPAUD as well. We call that in the chats. You guys need to go join the free chat. Get in there, or slide over to the platinum chat. One of them, just get in where the sauce is, because all we do is talk about good trades and making money. And if you don't feel like doing any of that, this right here is completely free. All you gotta do is type in thebirdsedeyetool.com. Save it to your home screen, bookmark it. I took a long time to build this to make it easy for you guys to execute. It's like you can learn how to trade, but you don't have to learn as much as I know, because I built this tool. So like this takes like half of the work out of it. All you gotta do is go do some fundamental analysis, maybe put a line or two on the chart, check out the bird's eye tool, and you'll get an entry. But I'm gonna let y'all go. I ain't trying to keep y'all in here all day. I love y'all. Make sure you're kind to somebody today. Make sure you hit that like button, sub button, and that bell icon. All that's gonna tell the algorithm this is good content needs to get pushed forward. All right. Again, I love y'all. Make sure you're kind to somebody today. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one.